connects you with the different voices, topics, and perspectives about relationships to grow a deeper understanding.
Relationships are hard.
This is real life. Hear both sides while we tap into the fun.
Ask what would be spicy.
The bad.
Toxic relationships.
And everything in between.
Boy, bye.
Now let's talk it out to work it out with your licensed counselor, Portia Smith.
We got the word on the street. Unmute me. The latest gossip and the tea. Unmute me. Don't turn me off. Let me speak. Unmute me. So tune in everywhere. Unmute me. We got the word on the street. Unmute me. The latest gossip and the tea. Unmute me. Don't turn me down. Let me speak. Unmute me. So tune in every week. Unmute me.
Stop shimmying.
Oh, shimmy over there. I see you shimmy.
Good.
That's the part where you cut off.
That was the Lord's prayer. Shimmy. That was the praying hand.
All right. What's going on? We live, folks. Unmute Me Podcast. Got a great for y'all tonight. Man, let me go ahead and give it to the wonderful Miss Portia Smith. Do you think?
Hello. I'm Miss
What's up,
Portia.
Mama?
This is the beautiful Unmute Me Podcast Show, Season 2 for Trey.
Right, season 2.
The crew with me. So I have Dr. Lattimore.
No.
We have Al, a.k.a. Mr. 4th of July.
There it is, baby.
We
There
have
it is.
Miss E. We have Mike, a.k.a. IUY. And we
I'm
have
gonna change my name to the Love Doctor.
Love Doctor.
I'm saying everybody else a doctor. I want to be a doctor too.
I ain't no doctor.
Dr. Love.
Okay. See, me and Four, we common folk.
Yeah, that's it, man.
All right, there it is.
There we go.
You work in the salon, so
She don't be the doctor too.
No, she work in the salon. She owns a salon. She a therapist by default.
Right.
So we got a good show planned for you guys tonight. We're talking about relationship deal breakers. We've been talking about this a lot, and I think this is a juicy topic for us. But first, we're gonna kick it over to Miss Arenda to tell us what we got for the keeps and streets tonight.
Okay, so this happened a couple of weeks ago. It's been probably a month, but there was a couple, Willie from Day 26. He left his house. He went to, I think, Wyoming. I'm not for sure, but he went somewhere in the country in the middle of nowhere to find a peace of mind. His wife got upset. She blasted him on social media, was like, he left my kids. He left us. He abandoned us. Everybody was giving him a hard time. He came back and he told us, he was like, I don't want my business in the streets, but I'm here to clear my mental health. Well, as I was reading through the comments, I noticed that no one really cared about his mental health. So it just made me, want to ask the question to you all. How do you feel as a Black man when it comes down to mental health? Do you really feel like society, women, us, your peers, really care about your mental health as a Black man?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Not at all, man.
Well, there you go.
Oh, man. Elaborate on it for us.
You're point
Give us
blank, I guess.
a little elaboration for us.
What you mean? Well, I mean, it's just proof out there. You just had 3 men tell you, and we didn't even have to take a thought.
It's really sad, though.
Oh, it can, you can say it's sad, but actions speak louder. People have been saying it's sad, but as a man, you realize that growing up, like, you have feeling people like it's just rough, man, as a dude. If you have feelings, then you seem insensitive, you're a punk, you expressing too much. Then they say you need to open up. When you open up, don't nobody want to hear that. They like man up. I don't want to hear that. Don't nobody care about no man feelings.
Mark, Dr. Lattimore, could you give your input? Same as.
Same. It's like women want us to be, we grow up and be taught to be strong, hold our feelings, and taught not to share. But then soon we want to share our feelings and get in touch with ourselves and be like, okay, you want us to talk, then you don't want us to talk. But then we start talking, expressing our feelings. Then what? Y'all you think we lying? We telling a whole bunch of bull crap about stuff. Well, you know, you think we just making up stuff? I mean, come on. I mean, we sharing our feelings, you know, and it's rare. It's rare when the man shares his feelings. It's time. Okay, then that's when you need to be listening and go, all right, let me see what he's talking about. He's sharing his feelings. You know, he's talking. But a lot of times, I think women are so used to the fact of men not doing that. As soon as they get with one that's sharing their feelings, it's like, okay, they're not used to it. They think, you know, it's just putting on. Because as soon as you got a man and talk, so I can't get him to talk. What y'all, you know how y'all do? Y'all go, man, he won't talk. I can't get him to open up, blah, 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 blah. But then soon the man do start talking, who cares? Y'all don't care. Y'all don't care if we break down. Y'all don't care if we having hard times or problems. No. Who we got to go talk to? Always toughen up, suck it up. You know, that's what we talk.
Other than a man's mother, if you got a good mother, you're not going to get that from nobody else. No other woman, nowhere. So you got a good mom, you just appreciate it. That's the only time you're going to get somebody who really genuinely give a damn about your feelings. Other than that, but we know that. We coming to a point where we realize that.
And a good sister too. A good sister will hold you down.
But here's my thing. Okay, so I agree, you know, in society, you know, men have been raised to keep their feelings to themselves, suppress it. But when Mike said, he was like, what about a good woman? If a woman is willing to be there and want to listen and connect with you on that feeling level, but then you're saying that and I just want to make sure I interpret it. So mostly rely on your mother or your females in your family, but then that's not giving that female or that person that's willing to be there and sit with you in those feelings a fair chance. So then you cut that person short when that happens. Now I get it in regards to like when it comes to men in society, but you know, there's also women out there that are willing to be there and accept the feelings of a man.
Lots of women.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying there's not any out there.
They ain't in the majority.
Small percentage.
Yeah. Just like it's some 7'5" men out there somewhere too.
Exactly. They ain't the majority.
They sure ain't.
I tell people this all the time. Music Soul Child. Teach me how to love. That first verse, I don't know. He got it right for pretty much all men. Because that's how we talk. The true definition of a man is never cry, work till you tired, always provide. That's what we're taught. Like no matter what, you have to provide, and it pretty much end up to us. It's interpreted like people saying "F your feelings." We don't care about your feelings. Do what you got to do.
That's what it is, though.
Yeah.
Or you solve. Then when you do express your feelings, you solve.
You solve. Come on, man. Yep. Come on, somebody.
Do you think that came from the women, or did that come from the older men in y'all lives?
I think it came from society.
I'm gonna ask you this, Mike. You just said the things you named off. If you don't do that, what's gonna happen? If you ain't providing and being the rock for your family, what's gonna happen? Your woman ain't gonna, she gone.
Yeah, she ain't gonna respect
society. It's just what it is.
Yeah, she ain't gonna respect you for one, and she gonna find somebody else that's gonna do that. Period. And how y'all see it?
Nobody say period.
Provided and you not being the rock of your family, I don't care how depressed you are. Yeah, she should be gone. Unless something has happened, like we came into a recession, a pandemic, or something like that. But you just bumming around. No, she should be gone.
I'm gonna tell you the flip side of that. I was in a situation where I was like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to work. Just, go to school or something. Because if I get hit by a bus today, you need to have a way to sustain for you and whatever else you got going on. Without me, you need to have a cushion to fall back on to sustain those until I can get back on my feet. I don't feel like that's too much to ask.
And it's not.
It's not.
Not too much. It's not too much to ask. That's one of my biggest pet peeves is women who are bums. I don't like it. It bothers me. It irks my soul.
Do y'all feel like the men, do y'all feel like y'all have experienced this a lot when you were dating?
Yeah,
all
the time.
Y'all actually gave some good points as men with things that have happened in y'all lives or just generally speaking. But I want to know too, to dig a little deeper, what do y'all feel like are some of y'all relationship deal breakers? And since the men went first. I want to talk to the women. Miss Miranda, what are some of your relationship deal breakers?
A man with a bad temper. I cannot. If your temper is, if you're hot-headed and you get upset quick, I can't rock with you.
Right. Yeah. So tell me, what do you think is the biggest disconnect between men and women when they dating?
Communication.
What do you think, Miss Tiffany? What are your deal breakers?
Yeah, I agree with is that, you know, your temper. But then I also look at, especially when we get into dating, when we're in the beginning, I want to see how you talk about it's like the conversation you have with your past, your exes. You know, if you talk about your exes and, you know, we're trying to engage in conversation, kind of see where we are and just to kind of see, is this going to progress? And you talk negative about your past or your exes, then that's telling me that you're going to talk down about me if we would have part ways. So that's a deal breaker.
I can agree. Do y'all have any petty, like pet peeves when it comes to relationships? Because I do. I don't like being ignored.
Oh yeah,
that's like a huge one for me. Do not ignore me.
I feel like if I can go 2 days without talking to you, I can go forever.
I agree. What do you think, guys? What do you think, Doc? What's your
communication? Communication.
That's a big one.
I mean, this day and age, you gotta be able to communicate, and if it's the lack of, and then like it goes back to what we were just talking about, you got to be able to hear my feelings as well. I don't want to be like always supporting you if we haven't in trying to please your feelings and how you feel I'm treating you. It got to be the same, you know what I'm saying? It got to be mutual. I got to be able to talk to you and tell you how I'm feeling about something, or what, hey, I don't like this. I didn't like how this was said, and not turn into some all out war of an argument or being ignored, because that's like the worst, just point blank being ignored, that's like the biggest piece of anything, just being able to talk and communicate. So
yeah, and I think a lot of people don't do that in relationships too. And when they have that disconnect, nobody thinks to do couple therapy, or they think, no, that's like a sin or a bad thing when someone says couple therapy or let's try to work this out. What do you think, Fourth? What's your deal breaker with relationships?
Oh, so you're talking like relationship, not dating. I thought it was dating.
Dating, relationships.
So dating is like, okay, I'm going out, we kicking it. To me, communication is given. How I ain't gonna get to the date if we weren't able to communicate. So I ain't gonna get that far. I don't know, man, I just don't like lazy ass folks, man. I can't stand a lazy-minded person. That get on my nerves, man. More than just a physical sense, just lazy. I don't like to really do nothing. Just want to just sit around and eat and just look at TV. And, ooh, where we going? No, I'm fine. I'm good.
My deal breaker is, okay, I'm the type of person, if I say I trust you, I trust you. I'm not going through your emails. I'm not going through your phones, text messages, letter mail, goddamn Instagram, instant message. I'm not going through none of that. I trust you. And if you do me wrong, that's between you and the Lord. I don't have to answer for your sins. You have to answer for that. A lot of people don't understand that, and they think trust me, okay, I'm gonna go through this nigga phone. If I don't see nothing, then I know I'm just tripping. But if I see something, I'm finna go off. But all that, you know what I'm saying, that nosy stuff and that mistrust, that's a deal breaker for me.
You know, a lady told me today it wasn't today, it was the other day in the salon. And it blew my mind. She was in her 60s. She was like, never go through your husband's phone.
Don't you do it.
Yeah, it blew me. She was like, never. She said, because if you're looking for, she said, you're going to find something. Right. So just don't do it. And she said, don't even worry about what he's doing when he walks out that door. As long as he tells you where he's going, when he come back, don't ask him where he's been. And she also said to make sure that you just stay, happy and, confident about yourself, and basically said to let him cheat in peace. That's what she basically said.
Cause listen,
she basically told me to let him cheat in peace. I was shocked. I could not believe she said that to me. Cause I feel the same way. But I couldn't believe that an older woman, in their late 60s, said that to me. Man, so it's like, if you trust your husband, really trust him. Don't go looking for anything because you gonna find something.
But they
My
go
mama-
two-way street though, because men do that too. I know a lot of men that go through women phones too.
Cause they
They
insecure. They weak. They soft.
Right, I can't
Yeah.
even tell you last time I did that. That been long.
You see what I'm
Like
saying?
high
Like,
school, some shit. It been long.
exactly. So when you look for shit, you step right in it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna find what
Yeah.
you're looking for. You're gonna find
And-
exactly what you're looking for.
And you know, I'm a product of how my brother 46. I'm a product of a 47-year marriage. You see what I'm saying? And my folks used to always say, you know exactly who you marry. Before you marry them, you know who they are. Or you
Yeah.
should know. So you make a decision before you decide to marry them, whether you're gonna put up with this or you're gonna leave. So if you make that decision to put up with it, you know what I'm saying? You know what you stepped into. Now that's what destroy a relationship more than infidelity. Finance.
Yeah, finance. Yeah,
I've been through that.
definitely.
Yeah.
A lot of times when you see a woman that's already had a child by somebody else or already had 2 kids for somebody else, she can get with a man and it could be toxic. But a lot of single mothers have this thing of, I don't want another baby daddy. So
Mhm.
they will fight to the death of making a relationship last with that last baby daddy. So they don't have to say, oh, now I got 3 baby daddies.
Yeah, man, how y'all treat y'all kids make us not want to be like that's a deal breaker too. Sitting there, like, oh, this what you do? Oh no, hell no.
Oh no, I agree on that.
Preach it. Please elaborate. Please elaborate. Elaborate on it, please.
Preach, doctor.
I can do a whole
Man,
book
listen.
about that. Elaborate.
If I'm out with you or coming over to your house and the kids there or something, it's, you know, like for one, I guess not structure. One structure, like they just run them up, they all and doing whatever they want to do. That's already kind of like, oh no, you seem like you can't control or you let them do what they want to do. That's one. Or two, a lot of like I don't see it now, but you know, when we was coming up, I probably seen all the kids when we was younger, cursing and you know talking like they gonna beat their butts and they probably actually do beat on them. That definitely is like, you know, like, oh no, you know, just it's just you know, it's always different pieces to make us like, oh no, this is too much right here. You know, like just out here, like I said, just walking around, like not teaching them anything. You know, like you might have like an age of a kid that probably should be let's say potty trained or something. You a grown kid, you still walk around here with diapers and stuff. What's going on? You know, just like a whole lot of different things looking like. See, if we had a kid, this is what I got to deal with. No, I'm good. Or this fact of like, if I already had I already have a child, but it seems like, oh no, so this might be how you might be treating my child. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm straight.
Yeah.
Because like how you take care of kids determines a lot. That's just like I'm gonna say even for women, if y'all see us, y'all can look at us and see how we treating our kids. If we there for our kids with the mother of our child, y'all that's gonna be a deal breaker for y'all too. Depending, you know what I'm saying, as long as we taking care of them, you know, like or being present in their life, because a lot of women they're not gonna like that. They're not gonna like the fact that you're not present in your own child's life, you know, because they're like, how you gonna be here and you're not there.
Right.
That's my biggest pet peeve in the salon when kids come to the salon and I see their mother's hair all done. That's why I stopped. That's why I stopped accepting kids altogether. The mama hair is done, it's fly, it's fresh, it's healthy. Then when the child get in my chair, you haven't combed the child hair in 3-4 months. The child hair done turned into locks and braids, and I'm not gonna sit there and be like, and try to make it seem like the child's supposed to make sure that their hair was straight. Like that's a child. You
Right, they
trifling
don't know no damn better.
Yeah, I cannot stand mothers who don't care about their kids. Pet peeve, off with their head. And I don't like people who beat kids either, off with their head. If I date a guy and he's knocking his child upside the head, I let him know off the rip, this ain't gonna work. Because first time you hit my child, I'm gonna hit you. We all gonna be in the house.
Hey,
don't be beating my child like you ain't got no sense.
If ain't nobody beating your grown ass head up against the wall, don't do it to that child.
So do y'all think, because we've talked about this a lot, I know this is a big one for 4. Do you think
Not really.
parents is a deal breaker in relationships or when you're dating? Either or. Do you think the way a person look, dressed, like if a lady's getting her nails done all the time, her hair, if a man has a big stomach, male breast, what do y'all think? I want to hear from you for.
You just threw me out here like I just got a problem with people.
Right.
I'm like,
No, you're always talk about this subject.
You the fitness man, so we need your opinion.
I mean, being fit ain't necessarily what's attractive. I mean, you can have a 6-pack and everything. We talk. Sometimes you just ain't it. You just ain't it, bro. You can be a woman who got all the curves there. What think you popping? You just ain't it for everybody. That's the world I live in. No matter what I got going on, you just ain't it, bro. You just ain't it. So, now, if you're looking for a certain physical trait or feature, that's different. But in a nutshell, I'm just I don't like lazy ass people. That's my answer. Unless you want more, ask me something specific.
That's what she said. She said physical.
Physical? Oh, well,
that was the question.
I know what I like versus what I don't like.
Yeah, but that's what we're saying. Is it a deal breaker if you don't like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, physical appearance, I have to be a little realistic, in the sense of like, okay, if they have a little belly or something, I can be okay, that's fine. But the thing is that, if I see like that you're keeping yourself up, and you're presenting yourself, even like the physical, you look nice, smell nice, but if I see that, I don't know, for physical that you're really, like I said, a small stomach is fine, but if I see like, okay, you could put a cup on it, nah, we good.
What you say? You can put a cup on it.
Yep.
Well, I myself, I don't know why. I've always been attracted to big dudes. I tend to date smaller guys, but weight size, I don't know, like that's sexy to me. Even with a stomach, I don't know why, but I'm attracted to that. Like if they're tall and they like thick, that's my attraction, especially if they're dark skinned.
Ain't no such thing as a thick man, either fat or in shape.
Thick, sexy, big daddy.
You can be a big suave dude now. I get that, but
big, fine, sexy, big
I just can't see no man like I'm a little thick dog. I'm like, nah, that ain't no man saying I'm thick. You can get you a big suave.
Sexy man. It is. Some man out here that's thick and fine. Sexy.
End of the season.
Big
it's
old,
that season, ain't it?
It's that season, baby.
We ain't going for that.
Y'all already know my life. Y'all already know I done changed my mind. I used to always love skinny men. Baby, and can't look my way no more.
And don't get me wrong, Jill Scott is my celebrity crush. I like him big. I like him plump. Yeah, all that there. You know what I'm saying? I love a thick woman.
So what's is appearance a deal breaker for you, Mike? Is it anything appearance?
I mean, if you're gonna wear hair that's not yours, make it at least make it look like yours. You know what I'm saying? Like I be encountering some women, they had this hair in their head, and the shit looked like a strung out mop. I was like, so really, like for real. I mean, just make it look like you. I don't have no problem. As long as it look like you, I'm good with it. But if we can really just honestly tell that ain't your hair, come on now. Come on.
I like women who embrace what they grow out their own scalp and the eyelashes.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? I
like them.
I love the natural. But I'm gonna tell you a true story. My baby mama, I love her to death. We best friends now. Like we are best friends, co-parents, perfect.
Okay, you set it up. Now what?
I realized that her being natural and growing dreads to the middle of her back might have been just to appease me. It might not have been what she wanted to do.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
And now that she's moved on and she's engaged, I understand that. So I'm saying, like, me and her, we best friends. Me and her fiance, we best friends. We don't have no problems. But I told her, I was like, you know what? You identified the type of man that you needed and you went and found him. I congratulate you. I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't no problem. he didn't even think that I was cool. He was like, man, your baby daddy don't want me talking to you. I talked to him. I said, bro, if you make her happy, I'm good, because that made me happy. Because she ain't stressing me. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't that serious.
Right.
So I understand that I had to learn to love a person for who they are, not for who I wanted them to be or who I thought they could be or who I thought they should be.
Right.
I had to find out who they were. You know what I'm saying? And she was a better woman for that man, not me. I understand that. I'm totally comfortable with that. And all three of us, me, her, and him, we get along well. Perfect.
Well, what about the people who go get the surgery to enhance their bodies and shape? Is that like something that makes it better for you to date them?
I mean,
What about you,
ain't no deal breaker.
No.
Ain't no deal breaker.
Can I'm gonna chime in on some real stuff real quick. My homegirl, her cousin, like 2 days ago or yesterday, she had a BBL. She had got her breast lifted. Her family told her, like, okay, you may not need to have any more surgeries. She passed away on the table before the surgery started because she wasn't satisfied with how she looked.
I say
and since I was young, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never agreed with that. Like, go to a gym, call forth somebody. You can accomplish the body that you want.
Right.
You don't have to put your life in danger to look a certain way. Like, we live in a generation where it's microwave. We want instant results. We don't want to work for the result.
But there's some women who have issues that working out is not going to solve. I mean, if you don't have a bunch of kids, you could work out till Jesus come. That stomach is not going anywhere.
Well,
that excessive skin is not going anywhere.
But no, I'll also, piggyback on E's, that, and then also it's all about how a person view themselves. What that percent, because like I say, they can work out even if they doing the best that they can. It's just how they view themselves. Based on their past experience. And I remember I have a client that, she's beautiful, very beautiful, but she sees herself as ugly, and the thing is, and I'm like, and it was because of how she was brought up and raised in the past, that's to the point where she won't even look at herself in the mirror. And she was like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need this and I need that. I was like, well, then what does your husband say? He was like, he said he loves the way that I am, but I don't see what he sees. So sometimes it just may be that perception of what they view. If they get the butt, they probably look at it like, okay, well, maybe because the butt's not big enough, but it's because they look at, okay, I'm not enough.
Right.
All I was gonna say, well, I'd be like, no to all that. It depends on the surgery, because we don't have to always go to the extreme like somebody had kids or something. I think the average man or most men understand when somebody got a person living inside them that their body won't be the same. That's a given. Right. When I'm talking about the context of, you got people who just lazy as hell, look for a shortcut, and that's what they're trying to find. And as far as like going with Miss Tiffany was saying, I see it as not necessarily a mental problem, but it's something going on with you if you constantly thinking something that needs to be changed about your natural body that you're willing to get cut. To me, that signifies something way more serious than, oh, I just want to do this. No, why you want to do this? There's something going on up there that need to be addressed, that you need to go get some self-healing, need to talk to one of y'all professional counselors about it. Because you said that, say a lady, her husband say you are enough, and she think not, it ain't nothing gonna fix that except her mind. So that's why when I see a woman get all them surgeries and they keep, I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I'm good.
I agree.
It just made me think of the women who sit in my chair who said, my husband said I love me. He loved me who I was. But ever since I got this surgery, he sure can't take his hands off me. So his words and his actions ain't adding up.
See, we always conflate sexual energy and relationship energy like it's the same.
They're married.
America has sex with a woman who got fake stuff and be like, that's fine. It don't. It's what it is. It's sexual energy. Men have sexual energy. Anything.
And that's all it is. It ain't no
more
real
attractive
feeling.
It is. They just hit it.
It's just sexual energy. Ain't no real feeling.
Right. Right.
Well, men should stop being so confusing with their wives then.
Well, and when you get a bunch
A
of
lot of the women that I
testosterone,
know
yeah,
that have had the surgery, they all say the same thing. My husband claims he loved me for who I was, but once I got this surgery, he cannot keep his hands off of me.
well, to that point, I can say the same thing with my clients. Once I got someone who lost weight, their husband can't keep their hands off of them and appreciate them more too. It's the same thing.
There you go. There you
They
go.
did it the natural way. They going on trips, vacation. One of them got knocked up again.
One thing about it, you may like what you see. However, it don't matter. That don't take away from the person that you are. You're still the same person.
And then you behind the 8 ball. Because if this is my wife and she did all this, what am I supposed to do? Cheat? I'm supposed to cheat? Well, I'm gonna go find me a natural woman. You trip? No, I just gotta keep doing this.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, come on, Doc. Let's wrap us up. Tell us your final thoughts and what you think about everything that was said tonight.
You know, just gotta make sure, you know, communication is always key.
Always.
Definitely is a plus at the end of the day for any and everybody. Anybody that denies and say that they don't think that appearance is important, they lying. So we ain't gonna talk to nobody if we looked at them and be like, oh, okay, you know, whether I'm gonna say as a man, whether you're a breast or an ass man or whatever, something gonna have attracted you to that woman. And for women, whether it's a big man, little man, skinny man, muscular, whatever that y'all like, you know, packages, y'all looking at the gray sweatpants, you know, whatever y'all looking at. You know, that's what attracts people to that, you know, plus just the fact of getting to know that person. And, you know, it's just that this day and age, we got to make sure that we do need to take the time to learn who we talk to. And I mean, I understand everybody wants to be with somebody. I mean, that's just nature. I mean, you want to be with somebody. Nobody really wants to be alone. It's just that we got to be able to, you know, just be able to open up, respect. Women gotta understand that men go through things. They gotta listen to what men have to say. You know, just can't expect for your man to be hard all the time and be able to handle everything that you dish. Sometimes we want to be able to share what we having problems with or what we not like. You know, we got to be able to open and talk and be there for each other as one.
This was a good show, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
We'll get about that.
Next time.